Hey everybody, Jeff Yenser here, Internet Marketing Genius, and I'm going to share with you how to set up an autoresponder, and I'm going to give the technical step-by-step process of that, but also I'm going to share with you some tips and pointers on how to get people to actually sign up for your mailing list, how to keep happy subscribers, how to get people to actually read your messages and pay attention to your messages and respond to the call to action that you have within your messages. Now today I'm going to use Aweber to show you how to set this up, and there are other email marketing platforms out there. The process is very similar, maybe not exactly the same, but I'm going to run through it on Aweber for you and show you how to set up an autoresponder. So let me start the screen share here in this Google Hangout. I love the Google Hangout software. It works really good for recording tutorial videos. All right, so here we go. We're in my Aweber account. And so basically, what is an autoresponder? It's when somebody sends an email message and then an automatic response is given, hence the word auto. And typically that's done by having someone enter their email address and name in a web form. I'll just show you an example. Here's a web form right here where someone can put in their name and their email and click sign up, and then they end up on an autoresponder list and they start getting messages sent automatically. It can be one messages or it can be a series of messages. However many messages, you can make it go on perpetually forever, on and on if you like. And here's a simple one that I have set up here in Aweber. This is an existing list. Aweber now calls this Legacy Follow-Up Series, okay? And here you can see my messages. There's 5 messages. This first one, alkaline diet chart, goes out immediately as soon as the person signs up. And basically, now here's a tip. If you want people to give you their email address, you need to offer them something valuable in return. So here, I'm giving away an alkaline diet chart, which is just a PDF. It's an electronic delivery, so I don't have to do any effort once I set this up to deliver to the person the alkaline diet chart, which helps them to be super healthy and choose good foods. And then you can see down the list, here's message number 2, which is a tip that I'm sending out. And you see it over here. I have it set up to go out 7 days after the previous message. Now you can set this up, each message at whatever interval you want. You can make it go out the next day, 3 days later, 7 days, a month, however you want to set this up. And then after that one goes out, message number 3, again, 7 days later. And you can set these up so you pre-write all these messages, and you can even add new ones into it over time so that this perpetually goes on forever and ever. And this way you keep in contact with somebody that gives you your email address. You know, one of the big mistakes I see in internet marketing is people spend a lot of time and effort and money getting people to come to their website. But what you want to do is gather their contact information so you can keep in contact with them, because rarely does a person really connect with you on the first visit. Just like kind of in life, you want to you buy from people that you know, like, and trust, so you want to keep in contact with them. And the idea here is to send out tips, pointers, helpful information, maybe even something entertaining. Humor works good also too. You don't want to just pound people with sales messages, although you do want to get people to come to your website so that they can take action on whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to sell something, if you're trying to build a following, or whatever it is you're trying to do, you want to make sure that you lead people in that direction, but you don't want to hammer them over the head with a sales pitch. Instead, you want to offer them useful, helpful information. So let's go to it right here and actually set up an autoresponder list. Now, once again, in Aweber, you can see up here at the top, we have this thing, Manage Lists. Let me hit F5 real quick because we're missing something out of this page. Okay, well, let's come back to this page, because here we have current list. Now, you want to set up a list for each group or subgroup of people that you want to send messages to. You know, some people just have one single purpose and message to get across. Other people have, you know, different groups of people that they want to communicate with. So that would mean you set up multiple lists. So we have this right here, manage lists. So we'll go to that, and you see I have several email lists set up already, and each one goes to a different topic and a different group of people. And so what I'm going to do now, we're going to set up an autoresponder. So I'm going to click on create list. The first step is just some basic information, which I already have filled out. Company name, website, if you want to put that in there, your mailing address, which is important for canned spam purposes, which is another important thing about an autoresponder, is you want people to actually be able to know your physical address and location, and you also want to have a way for them to unsubscribe, which we'll take a look at later. So this all looks good. So now we create a name for the list. Now I'm just going to make up something here on the fly, and I'm going to call it Paleo Energy Food, and give it a description, which is going to be paleo recipes and tips, just something real simple right there, and go on to the next step. Now here is the confirmation message page. So when someone signs up, they enter their email and name on the list, they're going to be sent a confirmation message to make sure that it really was them, and that one of the message, this is an important step to prevent email abuse. And you can edit this message if you like, but the idea is to get the person to confirm that, yes, I really do want your information, by clicking on this link. And so you can edit this message right here as you need. You can edit the also to the subject line, and they actually want to approve a subject line if you make changes to, but we're just going to go with the default for now and go on to the next page. All right, so we've actually created the list. So now you can see up here under current list, we have Paleo Energy Food. And again, in Aweber, it's important that you're working with the right list. You want to make sure that that's showing up there. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a message. Now, there's different kinds of messages in Aweber. You have drafts, which simply is create a message and decide later what to do with it. Now we have this follow-up series, which is technically an autoresponder, where messages come out at a preset sequence automatically after a person joins the list. Now, a broadcast message is a little different. A broadcast message is where you can say, okay, I have the special event coming up, say, in 1 week, and I want to let people know about it, and I want to let everybody know about it. I don't want to wait for the sequence of the autoresponder. I want to just send this out to everybody at once, at one time on my list. So that's when you would create a broadcast message. Now, blog broadcast is an advanced topic. I have another video all about that. And campaigns is in beta, which gives you way more advanced features, which we are not going to cover today. So I'm just going to come over here and click on create message. Now, there's several different ways to do it. The drag and drop email builder is the simplest. So we're going to click on that and wait for it to come up. Okay, and then it's got some pre-filled text, which I am just going to delete that. Now, the simplest way to get this going is to grab this article thing and drag it in there, because that gives you a headline, it gives you an image place, and some text. And, you know, you can click on this image, and you can see over here on the right that the options change. You can upload an image that you have on your computer, or you can use their image gallery, which has a bunch of images already in it. And I'm just going to grab anything out of here so that, just as an example, you know, you can highlight this text here and change it to whatever you want. So you get the idea, edit your message, type out your message, and really what you want to do is, again, give tips, advice, something useful, and guide people. Website, you know, the link that's on this image so that it goes to your website. You can change this read more down here. You can change the link. See, there's a space there for the link so that web. And I'm just going to try to get through this super quick. You get the idea. I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to hit save and exit. All right, here to this screen. So I forgot to give this a subject. Let's go back and give this a subject real quick. Come up here. And okay. So we got that. Hit save and exit. And then when we click over here on our send options, you can send a test, which is a good idea to do. I'm not going to do it right now, but that'll just send it to you only, or an email address you specify, so you can look at it, see how it actually looks in the inbox. You can schedule a broadcast, and again, like I said, it's a one-time message, or you can add it to the follow-up series, and that's what we're going to pick because that is the idea of an autoresponder. And since this is the first message, it's going to go out immediately. And we're going to click add to follow-up series. So now basically what you do to extend this is rinse and repeat, add more messages. You can set the time interval like I showed you in the beginning of all my messages, and that's how you build an autoresponder. Now there's one more piece I want to go over real quick. We're kind of moving fast here. The sign-up forms. You have to have a form somewhere that people can enter their email address. So I clicked on sign-up forms, and the first time they offer you a little tutorial video, which you can watch that if you want. But I'm going to just click create the sign-up form and go to the next page. And they have a bunch of different templates in here that are really cool that you can use if you want. And I'm not going to bother with those right now. I like to keep it real simple and small. It actually comes pre-filled with name and email. And I'm going to come up here. Now, what I wanted to say first is the less information that you ask for, the more likely people are to fill it out. So I don't really ask for any more than that unless you really have to have it. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on labels, and I'm going to come to this color thing, and I'm going to set the color to black and click OK. And you see how that darkens that up. You know, that's really light, which I didn't really care for. And then I'm going to click on edit the header, and in here I'm going to put the message. And this is where you would say, here's the reason to give me your email. Here's what I'm going to give you in return. And again, before I even start, I'm going to click on the color and make it black. One of my pet peeves about Aweber is the default light gray color here is, I don't know what they were thinking. But anyhow, I'm going to say, get the good stuff. So if you had a free audio MP3 or a free video or a free PDF or a free report or some kind of free thing that you were giving away that you could deliver electronically, you could tell them what they're getting here and in exchange for the email. I'm going to hit save. Actually, I'm going to reopen that and change the font size. I'm going to make it bold and hit save. Okay, and there it is. Let me go back here again. It doesn't look like it took the font size properly. That's better. All right, and then I'm going to click save. I'm going to click go to step 2. And here's where you set up your thank you page. Now, this is where they're going to land after they enter their name and email. Now, I'm just going to give this a name also so that I know what it is. I can create multiple forms for multiple websites and also for Facebook and different places. So if I want to keep track of different statistics with that I can. Okay, there's a basic thank you page that Aweber already has. You can use that, which is always great, or you can create a custom page that you put on your own website and direct them there if you want. Already subscribed page. Again, I'm going to click save and go to step 3. Now to install the form, I'm going to click I will install it. Now the simplest way is with JavaScript if your website supports that, which most do. So I'm going to highlight that and copy it to the clipboard. I'm going to go over here to my website, which is a WordPress site. Now I already have it pasted in here. And I'm going to actually delete it out of there and paste it in again so you can see. Now you can see I'm over here in text mode. I'm not in visual mode, your typical editing mode, which has all these little neat things over here. Text mode is the same as HTML. So basically I just posted the HTML in there, which is JavaScript. I'm going to hit save draft. And I'm going to come over here and click view page. And there it is. See, it says get the good stuff, name, email. I'm going to put my name in here just as a test. And click, and my email address is in there. Click sign up. And wait 1 second. And here it is. See, so here is that thank you page that I talked about earlier. That is the default thank you page. And that just tells me I have to go confirm it, which means I'm going to go back to my email and hit the confirm link. Which I'm not going to go through all that now. That's pretty much self-explanatory. Now there's one more thing that I wanted to show you that I missed. And I'm going to go back to list options. This is where we gave it the name and the description. Now if you come down here, click on confirmed opt-in. Okay, this is where we have the confirm message. Under here is a success page. So if you were delivering something electronic, such as a PDF or a MP3 or a video or whatever it was that you're delivering through the internet electronically, you would type in the web address of that right here. And then people, when they got the email, they would be able to click on that. Once they clicked confirm up here, they're going to go down and they're going to go to the success page, which, you know, if you set it up properly, they will be able to then download the free thing that you're giving away and you'll successfully deliver it. So that's the basics of setting up an autoresponder. We've covered creating an opt-in form and creating messages and follow-up messages and thank you pages. And that's what we're doing today. I'm going to come back here and say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for watching. Jeff Yentzer, PaleoEnergyFood.com. Have a great day.